Welcome, welcome. We're now on chapter 17 of the book Vocabulary Power 3. Ooh, all right, getting close. Chapter 17, 10 more words for you today. Wow, if you have watched all of these videos so far, you have 170 words from this series. Wow, 170. Congratulations. Keep studying. Keep practicing. Okay. And most importantly, keep having fun and meeting new people, engaging in new experiences in this language that you're learning. Okay. Number 1, commission. Commission. C-O-M-M-I-S-S-I-O-N. C-O-M-M-I-S-S-I-O-N. Commission. Commission. Commission could be used as a group of people or an organization that has a specific task for some other job or some other purpose. So imagine a school needs a new principal, or imagine, let's say, your company or your business needs a new CEO, a new boss. Well, it's possible to request a commission, a group of people, to help to make that decision. And their responsibility would go to interview new principals, to interview new CEOs. Now, for a lot of schools, they choose the district that they're in, chooses the principal. But just to use our imaginations, say, you're looking for someone in that position, or for a CEO, someone who's going to have a lot of responsibilities. A commission would be a group that would say, okay, we understand the responsibilities of this position, we understand that it's important, and we're going to really work together to make a decision. Okay? To vote with each other, to discuss with each other, to make a decision for this new position, a commission. There are some cities that have commissioners. They're not the mayor, they're not the governor. In that city, in those cities, they have commissioners that work together to make decisions about the city. So it's not one person making a decision. It's more like a democratic process. Saying, okay, the people in this city chose us to be representatives, and as representatives, we're also going to discuss and have maybe some conflict and also work together to talk about different ideas, a commission. And we would call those people commissioners. Commission could also be used for the money you receive for some jobs. There are some jobs where you sell a product, and of course you're making money from the business, from the company, by selling that product. But some of those jobs also give you a commission if you sell more products. Okay, so not only paying you for coming to work and clocking in, but also for the extra work of selling more products, or whatever it is that you're required to do at that job or that business. Okay, number 2, contrary. Contrary. C-O-N-T-R-A-R-Y. C-O-N-T-R-A-R-Y. Contrary. 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 In an earlier chapter from this book, Vocabulary Power 3, in one of the videos, one of the previous videos, we had the word contradict. Contradict. To say the opposite of someone else, or to be the opposite of what has been said, or some story, or some evidence. This word, contrary, is also the opposite, something that is opposite. It's an adjective description saying this idea is the opposite of this other idea, or this story is the opposite of this story. This evidence is opposite of what this evidence is telling us. Contrary. Okay? A common expression that we use with this word is contrary to popular belief. If you have some information that's a surprise to people and it's different from what most people normally think, you could say contrary to popular belief. And that means, I know that most people think this way, but I have some information that actually is the opposite. It's something different. Okay? Now, let's continue. Number 3, evidence. Evidence. E-V-I-D-E-N-T. E-V-I-D-E-N-T. Evidence. Evidence. Okay? If something is evident, it's easy to see. It's easy for people to understand and recognize and to be aware of. Evident. Okay? If you walk outside and you start to sweat, and you can see the sweat on your body, you might say, wow, it's evident that it is hot today, for example. Or if you walk outside and you see there's snow everywhere and you're doing this, it's evident that it's cold. It's easy to understand that it's cold or it's hot. It's easy to understand that, or it's easy to see. If you open your window and you see other people out there with big coats and they're doing this, you might think, wow, it's evident that it's cold outside today. Or if you see people sweating, water, you might think, it's evident that it's hot today. And think about the word evidence. Evidence. Related to this word, evidence being something that makes it easy to see the truth. The evidence makes it easy to see and understand the truth. All right. Number 4, hierarchy. Hierarchy. H-I-E-R-A-R-C-H-Y. H-I-E-R-A-R-C-H-Y. Hierarchy. Hierarchy. We use this word hierarchy when people or things are organized in a way that some things have a higher importance or a higher position or a higher pay, they receive a higher pay than the other people or things in that list. Hierarchy. Or it could just be that one person has more power or more responsibility or is considered to be more popular, important, valued. Hierarchy. Okay? In a business, the boss would be at the top of the hierarchy. Then maybe supervisors, managers, then the other employees going down that list. All right? In the order of control or payment or their pay that they receive, things like that. Number 5, integrate. I-N-T-E-G-R-A-T-E. I-N-T-E-G-R-A-T-E. Integrate. 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 This is a word we use when you join a group or an activity that's already happening. To integrate. And we think of this word a lot with cultures and societies. So you're thinking, okay, maybe, you go from, let's say you're from Mexico and you go to Japan. And Japan has some different cultural traditions, a different language, different business strategies, different expectations for their people than the expectations and business strategies and language in Mexico and the traditions there. So this person from Mexico going to Japan, if they learn the language and they learn about the traditions, they can begin to integrate into that culture and that society, to begin to join that culture or society. So you could use that in a first person sense I integrate, or you integrate, we integrate, they integrate, first person, second person, third person. He integrates, she integrates. You could use it in that way as a verb. Also, as a verb, you could use it to be that yourself, that you do that to another person. You include them. You cause them to join. You integrate them. So it could be an action that is for your benefit, or the person doing the action is receiving that benefit, or it could be the person doing the action is doing that to another person. The other person is receiving that benefit or receiving that action with the same verb, integrate. And let's go to the next word, mutual. M-U-T-U-A-L. M-U-T-U-A-L. Mutual. 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 Something that's mutual is something that is shared. So, if you tell someone that you love them, say, "Oh, baby, I love you, baby." And they respond with the same thing. "Yes, I love you too, baby. I love you, baby, baby, baby." Okay, you could say, "Hey, the feeling is mutual." And that's a common phrase that we use in English. The feeling is mutual. You have a feeling, and the other person is sharing that feeling with you. Okay? The feeling is mutual. It could be a good thing or a bad thing. It depends on what that feeling is. If a person is very angry, and another person is also very angry for the same reason, they could also say the feeling is mutual. So that would be for a bad thing. They're both angry, and they're sharing that emotion. Or, again, if both people are happy, they feel good, they're sharing that emotion. The feeling is mutual. But mutual is a word we use for things that are shared in some way. Mutual. Okay, number 7, obtain. Obtain. O-B-T-A-I-N. O-B-T-A-I-N. Obtain. Obtain. All right. This word is used when a person is able to receive or get something that they want. So maybe you're waiting to get tickets for a concert for your favorite singer or your favorite band, and you finally are able to purchase those tickets. You could say that you obtained the tickets. You were able to get them. You obtained the tickets. Or maybe there's a position at your job, a promotion that you want, and you've worked for it and applied for it and had the interviews, and yes, they gave you the promotion. Yay! Woo! Ah! Congratulations. Okay, you obtained the promotion. You got what you wanted. All right. Now, number 8, prospect. Prospect. P-R-O-S-P-E-C-T. P-R-O-S-P-E-C-T. Prospect. All right. A prospect is something that is probable, or something that is simply possible. It could be either one. Something that's probable, that you think will happen, or you have a very good reason to think it will happen, or simply possible, that it could happen. But for both, we could use that word of prospect. There is a prospect. There is a possibility this will happen. There is a probability this will happen. There is a prospect for this. Okay? And number 9, reinforce. R-E-I-N-F-O-R-C-E. R-E-I-N-F-O-R-C-E. Reinforce. To reinforce is to give more support to a thing, to a person, to an idea, to a structure in a house. Imagine, the walls of a house, they're stable, but they need some help. So you add more concrete or more wood, something to reinforce that structure, something to make it stronger. And you can think about that also with people or ideas. If there's an idea that you have, you can find evidence and more support for that idea to reinforce why you think that. Okay? And the next word, last word for this video, substitute. Substitute. S-U-B. S-T-I-T-U-T-E. S-U-B-S-T-I-T-U-T-E. Substitute. Substitute. To substitute as a verb is to use something in the place of something else. To choose or to replace something. Rather, say it that way. To replace. To put in the place of something else. To substitute. So we use this word as a noun if there is a substitute. For example, in school, you have a teacher and then you have a different teacher. They are the substitute and they're temporary. This is the position of your normal teacher, and that normal teacher hopefully will be back, but temporarily you have a different person there as a substitute in the place of. In the place of. Okay? In the place of your other teacher. Substitute. All right. Or if you're cooking, maybe you have an ingredient that you normally use, an ingredient that is part of a specific recipe, a specific dish that you like to make, and you don't have that ingredient today, or you don't want to use that one today, you can find a substitute, a different ingredient to replace that ingredient. Okay, well, that's the end of this video. Enjoy.